Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. As always, like, subscribe, follow, whether you're following on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Don't forget to follow on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and X. It is a late Friday night. We're going to probably early Saturday morning when this episode premieres. It is an episode just dedicated to the Manchester women's squad. They have an FA Cup game on Sunday. I do apologize for the delay. Was also trying to follow up on the press conference of Mark Skinner that he did today, discussing the match as well. One thing I do want to mention, Man United made another signing. They sent the signed forward Ellen Wangerham. My apologies if I butchered that pronunciation. I do. So that's a forward. That's more depth with this, because again, this weekend or starting next week, we have 3 games within 7 days, and 2 of them are big. We have a semifinal against Arsenal, and we have a FA Cup game against Burnley, and then we're playing Aston Villa next weekend. So 3 games within that window. So we have to make sure we're using rotation. And we talked about that. There are going to be people missing. Toon is not going to be there. We're not going to have Rolfo, and we're not going to have Gabby George, and Jade Riviere will not be playing either because she's serving the 1-game ban that she got for the red card last week against Arsenal. And yeah, we're playing that same Arsenal squad on Wednesday, so having Riviere back will be key. So listen, from the press conference, he did talk about youth. Some of the questions, he did have a question about the youth, redemption for last year. I know we were in the FA Cup final, getting blown out by Chelsea, so they're definitely looking at redemption. He's definitely not going to take Burnley lightly. Doesn't matter that they're in a lower tier. We still have to work. He did mention the youth academy. There could be potential for some youth players playing in this game as well. So I know rotation is going to be there. You're going to have to get some starters, probably get starters starting, because again, we haven't played since Arsenal last weekend, and now you want to make sure you have people fit, ready to go, healthy for the game on Wednesday too. So a lot of things we want to make sure health wise, rotation, and again, we may see a different lineup going into it. So you could see Skinner using some of the youth academy, but I know he was talking about trying to get players in for the right fit. We probably won't see the new signing yet. So we'll see how that will progress, but we're sure they're going to try and get the new forward acclimated as soon as they can, especially with some of the games. Again, it's good that they have another signing. Schuler, Lundqvist are there as well, that were just signed. So they're going to be playing. I know they've made their appearances. Chances are you'll probably see Lundqvist start on Sunday, maybe in the Jade Riviere role. She can play in that right back area. So you might see Letizier, Janssen in the middle with Sandberg, and then Lundqvist on the opposite sides. Again, like I mentioned, we may see some rotation. We may see some youth going into this game. It's just a matter of how they're going to approach. Mallard, Turlin will potentially be up there. We may see Schuler get some minutes there. Looking at the youth, I know they have Anderson there that could potentially be playing. You're definitely going to see Griffiths there as well. Again, he did talk about the academy, but just trying to get some in the right position. Because he did talk about, the history of United and the youth. You want to make sure players are there, but yeah, he's not taking the game lightly. Neither should we. They definitely have to control the game more. They definitely need to be a little bit more aggressive. They want to try and get back to the FA Cup. They definitely have an important game on Wednesday. So they definitely have a lot of things to focus on with that. But I think strategy-wise for him, like he's got to get players ready for this game. So we'll see how it plays out, whether he's going to go with a more reserve attack or like more reserve players. Make sure you're getting people in the right spots. You may see Schuler start. You could see, like I mentioned, Lundqvist, because again, no Jade Riviere, but you want to give opportunities to players right there and get them going. So you may see some players in those moments getting themselves ready. Owojo could be there as well. I did mention Griffith, but you're probably going to see some younger players in there as well. Keeper-wise, you're probably going to stay with Valen Tulis-Joyce. You could go with Patel. Like, listen, Patel has been okay. There is Rendell. But I think maybe in this moment, I don't think for rotational wise, you may want to give Tulis-Joyce still some minutes because she hasn't played since last week, and she did play well. It wouldn't surprise me if they did give her the day off, get her ready for Arsenal. But again, she had a clean sheet. She played well last week. You may want to keep that momentum there. But we want to make sure, we have pieces going there as well. You can even have Evie Rajjon, my apologies, playing as well. It's just a matter of how he's going to look at the rotation, whether you want to have starters, your regular starters in there, or you want to give rotation, which you're probably going to see. The back four is in a moment there. So again, like I mentioned, Letizier, Janssen, which are usually starters. You may have them potentially be there. I would like to see Lundqvist get in there 4 minutes because, again, she just joined, getting herself familiar with the role as well. But again, it is going to be about rotation for this game. Again, I am looking forward to it. It is, it is United's first FA Cup game of the year, so we'll have that being prepared. Obviously, Burnley being lower tier, working their way up to this. So we have so I just lost my spot. I really did. So just getting myself ready. Now I got to retrace myself. I'm going. It's just like that little disc you see on your computer that just keeps loading, and you just get stuck. I do apologize for that. I do apologize for the big pause. Just taking a look here. I'm just taking a look at Burnley's schedule because, again, they are in the lower tier as well. So just give me a moment here. Just get myself. Just want to see FA Cup with Burnley. The computer restarted today, and I was getting everything ready and tried to start the computer, and everything that I had before, all old Windows, everything just went kaplooey. So getting everything booted up, getting my system back to what it was. Let's take a look here. Just get the FA Cup. So let me just take a look here. Yes. Because Burnley played. Burnley was playing beforehand. Before they were playing us. So I'm just giving myself a moment here. Yes, Burnley won their previous match. They played Peterborough United, and they beat them 7-0. But yes, Burnley has been playing a few games for this tournament. What was their last game before? Yeah, and then being Norwich City. So yes, it's United's first FA Cup game, but for Burnley, they've had a couple already so far. So my apologies for the runaround and the screw up. But yes, but no, United. This is an important game. Like Skinner said, he has to make sure redemption's there. They want to get themselves back. So they are going to be a little bit more aggressive. You're hopefully going to see hopefully more movement, more control. But they're not going to go into this game lightly. They know that anything can happen. But again, Burnley can, get their shot and get their opportunity. But I'm always going for the win. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying with my mumbles and my stumbles. We're trying to go for the win. So, but yes, that's the important thing. We want to get to the next round. We also want to come out of this game healthy, with fitness, going into the semifinal against Arsenal on the Wednesday. So it is a big week with these 3 games. We want to redeem ourselves. We want to play better in that semifinal against Arsenal. We also want to redeem ourselves against Aston Villa next weekend. So United have a lot of work to do this starting on Sunday. It is an early game, 8 a.m. So I'll be up early getting ready to watch it, but we do want to see this team play well. We want to see this team move the ball. We want to see the attack. We want to see closing. We want to see the defense. We have to make sure crosses aren't there. We have to make sure that we're making the right passes, no errors, movement. So we're looking in that case. Again, the lineup. Listen, we may see, like I said, you're going to see probably more youth. I would still put Tulis Joyce in, I know, but it's just about movement. But again, it wouldn't surprise me if we see Patel start. Again, I would like to see Lundqvist get the start at right back, just a replacement of Riviere. Again, not having those players there is going to be, I'm not going to say it's going to be tough. It's, again, nothing against Burnley. But we do want them back healthy for later on. Again, getting Toon, Gabby, Rolfo back. We want to make sure they're healthy. Again, obviously Riviere is not out due to injury. She's out due to 1-game ban. Wojo will potentially be there. And again, like I mentioned, some youth. I mentioned Griffiths. And who else did I mention? Anderson. Both are younger players, the teenagers on the team as well, and then Drury too. So you have 2 attackers there, but I think it's going to be a little mixture of some of the starters and some youth. Some players that would come off the bench could potentially be there too, but you're probably going to see a mixture because, again, you want to make sure you have players there fit and ready. You probably will see something similar to what the potential lineup could be on Wednesday. But they have a lot of stuff to work on. But again, closing out the game, like I say, always consistency, discipline, and finish for this. But yes, I hope for a big win on Sunday. I am hoping for a big Man United derby win today because when this episode comes out, it will be Saturday. So I might as well say today, this morning. But it's both early matches for the men's squad and the women's squad, which I'm liking this. But no, yeah, the men's squad are going to be going at 7:30. So we'll be having that too. So yes, this episode is going to be very Saturday morning-ish. But again, yes, I'm going to leave it there. I will talk to you guys. I will talk to you guys after the Burnley match, post game, as I always do. I'm also going to be talking to you guys again after the post game match against Manchester City as well. But again, United hoping for wins from both squads this weekend. That's what I'm really going for. But I'm going to leave it there. I do apologize for some of my errors in that we got to correct it. But again, I will talk to you guys actually in a few hours or so after the match. Enjoy both matches, the City and as well as the Burnley. the match against City, again, match against Burnley. And enjoy your weekend. Enjoy. Hopefully everyone had nice weather. Unfortunately, if you are where I am, you definitely got hit with a massive snowstorm this week, and hopefully everyone's cars and driveways are clean and the roads are clear now, and hopefully everyone is safe as well. But back to it again. Yes, enjoy both matches. Have yourself a great weekend. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, follow, whether it's on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and then don't forget, again, social media, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Have yourself a good Saturday, a good weekend. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.